Since millions of Americans had lost their jobs because of the global pandemic, you should expect a surge in the job market when the government lifts the lockdown. Everyone will be busy finding a new way to sustain their pre-quarantine lifestyle, and it will truly be a battle to see who will be landing that job position. To put yourself above the competition for that perfect opportunity, you need to start prepping now. Welcome to Financial Pay Dirt, where you learn about the best and most interesting topics on YouTube. In this video, we are looking at some tips on how you can get and keep a job. First, know where to search for the perfect job. All the major job boards like simplyhire.com and careerbuilder.com have an advanced search option where you can search by keyword, location, job title, company, type of job, date posted, and other options. This will help you narrow down the best job choices that fit you. Give the job description a thorough read. Focus on what qualifications are required and what the job duties are. Don't try to apply for jobs that you are absolutely not qualified for, because you'll just end up disappointing your employer and yourself if you don't get accepted. Apply to as many jobs as you can. Don't wait for a reply before you apply for another job, because the most likely outcome is that you'll get a lot of rejections before you land a job. Instead of getting discouraged, learn from your mistakes and keep applying until you get the right offer. This is a common problem for some job takers. They lose a lot of time while waiting to hear the results from one application, which greatly extends the length of time that job search takes. In the end, you'll find yourself juggling multiple job offers, which is a good thing. Create an amazing cover letter. When a hiring manager checks out cover letters of applicants, he or she does this only for a very short time, so you want to catch your attention and keep it for just a few seconds more. They usually want to see what you can do for the company written in the first paragraph of your cover letter, so you might want to keep this detail placed right there. It's not just your cover letter that's important. Your resume should be edited and tweaked so it's as close a match to the job as possible. Hiring managers want to immediately know how fit you are to the job description and what makes you unique from the other applicants, so impress them by giving a well-written cover letter and resume. Dress smart. Maybe appearances shouldn't matter so much, but they apparently do. It is during the first few minutes of an interview when you get to make that critical first impression. You don't want to appear too overly confident by wearing bright-colored clothes in your job interview, right? Wear just the appropriate getup for the job and the company that you are applying to. Make them feel that you can look and do the part, and go conquer that interview. Be yourself. I know you'll most probably want to impress the hiring manager because that's the main goal, to get the job. But you wouldn't want to completely change your image while doing that. Whether you believe it or not, employers can notice rehearsed answers and fake smiles. Make yourself likable by being yourself. Employers want to know who they're hiring, and that's the person they expect to show up for the first day of work. Storytelling your experiences. One way to show the employer what you're actually like is to simply tell your story. When you're asked questions during a job interview, relay the specific skills and experience you have, as well as how you handle the situations you're asked about. The more concrete information you provide, the more the hiring manager will know how qualified you are. Send a thank you note after the interview. The time after the interview is the most critical in your job search because you don't know when and how you can check up on the results. But remember that it's important to follow up after your job interview. It's a way to show your appreciation for being considered for the job. It's also a way to reiterate your interest and share anything you neglected during the interview. But don't try to do this immediately. Before heading out of the office, ask the interviewer or the secretary of the soonest date you can follow up. If they tell you to just wait, then it's safe to follow up 2 to 3 days after an interview. Okay, let's say you were able to get the job. Wow! Congratulations! Let us give you some bonus tips on how you can keep that position and maybe even get a promotion. First, of course, you have to work hard. Most employers don't mind a little time spent on Facebook or texting, but do focus on your job and give your employer the time you're getting paid for. You'd want to make a good impression so that when it comes to making layoff decisions, when company has to choose which employee to let go of, your employer will not definitely choose you. If spending too much time on Facebook is your main vice, make it more difficult to visit the website by installing a Facebook blocker in your browser. Yep, you can do that. Always be on time. Whether you're aware of it or not, the time you get to work greatly affects your record in the company. Employees who are late to work, take a long lunch hour, use a ton of sick time, and or leave early every day aren't going to win any points with your boss. Be punctual and be there, instead of making excuses for why you can't be at work. Should a personal issue be the cause of your tardiness, schedule a meeting with your boss to explain the situation. Offer to make up for lost time until you resolve the issue. Most employers will sympathize and be flexible if the matter is serious enough. Be a team player. Do everything you can to make your coworkers like you. Be the employee who gets along well with everyone, who doesn't take part in workplace gossip, and who offers to help colleagues. A positive attitude and kindness go a long way in earning respect and trust from your colleagues. This approach can lead to a greater satisfaction and happiness at work. Stop complaining. Nobody likes complainers, regardless of how legitimate the complaints are. Remember that if you don't like your job, there are plenty of people who would kill for the chance to get it. A way to stop complaining is to practice gratitude by saying, I get to do something, instead of, I have to do something. You'd be surprised by just how changing one word can make things appear better. There are some cases when it does make sense to speak up. If, for example, you are being discriminated against or harassed by a coworker, then it is important that you have a formal meeting with someone from HR and document each incident in writing. Be positive. A positive attitude is a very vital component to keeping your job long-term. Try to be positive in your workspace. Maintaining a positive attitude even through tough times will make your life and the lives of your colleagues much easier. If you feel stuck in a negative hole, make simple changes to your daily routine to become more positive. Finally, be contented. Maybe it's not your favorite job and maybe you'd rather be doing something else. However, it is a paycheck, and if you need the income, it can make sense to stay until you secure a new position. If you are having a hard time getting motivated, spend some time analyzing the situation and do everything you can to make your job work. That's it. You just found out some tips on how you can get and keep a job. Which of these tips did you find to be most helpful? Let us know below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, let us know by dropping a comment and hitting the like and subscribe button. Also, turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on our future videos. See you next time.